Want to talk about wisdom and your spiritual resume. Now, today is October the 2nd. Now, if you've watched a couple of my videos, I've mentioned the 5% nation of the gods and earths and their way of thinking and their doctrine, referencing a little bit of my videos. I'm not myself a 5%er as far as that particular sect and organization. I am a what you might call it, believer in truth and righteousness. And, my personality just mixes these different philosophies that are intertwined with each other to create a whole totality of this philosophy that's being presented. So anyway, today's the second, and the number two correlates to wisdom in the 5% doctrine, and astrologically and numerologically, that wasn't a word, I'm sorry, it is connected to the moon, and the moon is your reactions, and the moon is your discernments, and the moon is your emotions and your ability to decipher emotions depending on what modality the moon is in as it travels through the different zodiac signs. See, the zodiac, not the zodiac, but the moon is a satellite, and it produces frequencies like a satellite. So these different frequencies, as they're traveling through the different zodiac signs, it's producing a different frequency. It's producing a different radio wave. So the moon is in Cancer right now. So the frequency that's being produced right now in this Cancer and moon, people are feeling vibes a lot heavier. I believe we're in a waning moon. Yeah, we're in a waning moon, and people's emotions can be very scattered. People's emotions can be very deep. People's emotions can be very heavy hidden, especially with the sun in Libra and all these different energies coinciding with each other. There's a lot of different oppositions that's going on with this Cancer moon. And I have a Cancer moon, so I'm definitely feeling the opposition lately, regardless if it's people on YouTube or just outside spirits that attack whenever the time is available. But anyway, that's the moon energy. Now let me correlate this to what I was just talking about as far as a spiritual resume. Now, mundanely, a resume is the credentials that you meet, the abilities that you've obtained, whether it was from school, a job, or different associations, whether it be like maybe musical group, studio time, family business, whatever credentials that you can put for yourself, the abilities that you've obtained. Now, spiritually, depending on where you come from before you came to this earth, and depending on what energies was intermingling and coinciding with each other, certain credentials you will be able to meet in this realm of reality a lot faster than the other person. Because let's say you want to do some sports. Let's say you want to play basketball, football, soccer, whatever sport you want to play, anything that's physical, boxing, bowling, anything that's physical. Depending on where energy you come from, and it don't have to necessarily be the sun is in Aries or the moon's in Aries, or I mean that all correlates to each other, but just the different star constellations that are back and supporting these different zodiac signs and the different energies that they play out will determine whether one Aries is better at, sports, but another Aries may be better at business, because Aries rules the head. When we're talking about the human body, in which zodiac signs rules different parts of the body, Aries rules the head. So a lot of people who are Aries, they're good business people. They know how to think. They know how to be on their toes in certain situations and to be able to maneuver through different business plans. Now, we're just talking about on a mundane level. This can go into many, 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 many different layers. But anyway, my bad. But anyway, spiritual resume. So yeah, whatever energy you descended from, whatever source energy you come from, you can meet certain credentials that most people can't. Like myself, I'm a Pisces rising, an Aquarius sun, and a Cancer moon. Right off the get-go. And also I have Mars and Leo. So right off the get-go, I'm already musically inclined. I have Moon in the 5th house. I'm already musically inclined from birth. That's why you see videos of me, playing guitar and shit. I have a fucking drum set. I play drums too. Very musically inclined. Not to brag on myself or anything, but this goes back to the whole point of meeting certain credentials from the different, realms of reality that you traveled through. And once you landed here, you're able to, process certain things. You're able to have certain abilities that are better than what other people can possess. Or, some other people. I'm not saying, and here's another point I want to make. I'm not saying nobody can meet, what I was going back to when I was talking about the Aries that is in sports and the Aries that's in business. The Aries that's in sports can be a businessman, and the Aries that's in business, they can be very athletic, but that Aries may have to work a little harder, may have to put more effort into, building their body in shape and, whatever energies they're opposing in their birth chart, and vice versa with this other Aries. So yeah, just wanted to make this short little video. I know I kind of ended it on a wild note right there, but that's pretty much the video. The whole point of these videos is not for me to go super, 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 super deep into be long-winded with these videos, because I'm a student too. I'm still learning too. This is just coming right off the dome, to be honest with you. And I just like to make these videos to plant seeds for people, to make people think, and to make their own videos or to write their own books about certain things that I'm saying. I'm not saying it's just all me. If I say something, I didn't want it to come across that way, but I'm just saying that I've noticed, shout out to Archangel Ariel and shout out to Dolo the Pilot Man tremendously. First of all, Dolo the Pilot Man, thank you for giving people the courage to really be able to resonate with themselves and to bring themselves up out of the dust and to not expose. See, I can't be using these words that people will think the other way around, but to express, that's a better way of saying, to express what they're feeling inside and to, put it on camera, onto YouTube, wherever in real time. And that's really the ultimate divine source of inspiration. Issa Gold from the Underachievers, very beautiful hip hop group. Y'all need to check them out. He said abstract thinking is the original way of thinking. And that goes a long way. Y'all have a great rest of the day.